Hello, friends in yoga. This is Derek with Denver Yoga Underground. Most of us can relate to yoga in a positive sense, right? That it's uplifting, that we feel it more at ease in our skin and clarity of mind. And this is inspiring. What's more, life is not always so inspiring or uplifting or positive, blatantly, obviously positive. There's real difficulties, real adversities, real challenges that also are a part of our journey on this earth. It's said that yoga is as much, like if we're to step back and take a wise view of yoga, that it's as much about our shadow as it is about our light. So this video is dedicated to some conversation or understanding around yoga as it relates to difficulty or adversity, which invariably will come upon the path of life. Personally, I happen to have lost a couple of close friends recently due to tragic circumstances, so it's a bit top of mind and a report from the front lines here. Interestingly, if we look at Bhagavad Gita, the very first chapter is called Vishada Yoga, which means, and I don't recommend this for a title of your studio, it means the yoga of despair. Right? Like how many of us would willingly sign up for a Vishada yoga class? But nonetheless, there Arjuna is in a moment of crisis, and he's in a terrible bind where no matter what he does, there's going to be adversity or loss, and that's Krishna's cue to that he's ready for the teachings of yoga in his moment of despair, in his moment of vishada. So there is some greater historical context and appreciation for, this may be the place that we start. In fact, it's one of the four primary reasons that people get into yoga is adversity or challenge. The other ones are, progressively more less adverse in how they describe we come to the path. And here I want to point out kind of a ground understanding. And that's that, yes, yoga may be able to help us in a moment of crisis or a moment of loss, though it's far more effective if we have some foundational understanding already, that we've been laying the groundwork of our self-actualization, our self-resource, our inner capacity to deal with adversity far in advance. Right? And this obviously nudges into this idea of regular practice or regular sadhana, that we do these things both to kind of have an inspired vision that we're moving towards, like a deeper sense of self-actualization, self-realization, but that we're also, building a bank account, so to speak, for times of need, that we're resourced in the face of adversity, and this can come from dedicated yoga practice, that we fill the well, as it were, so that we have a reserve when adversity strikes. I did not expect the loss of my two friends. I didn't. It happened unexpectedly. And there's really nothing in the world I could have done to prevent this. And here it is, all the same. So another way of saying this is the best time to have a fire extinguisher in your home is not when your house is burning down, that, now I'll go down to Ace or Home Depot and get one, and I'll come back and deal with this. But rather to have one in anticipation, preparation in advance. Yoga supports both your evolution as well as your involution, so kind of how you navigate the outer world and how you navigate your inner world, how you relate to yourself in relationship to the outer world, etc. and it can, build the muscle of reserve in times of adversity. So build this foundation to regular practice. More specifically, Patanjali says that the characteristic of yoga asana, like the defining feature, what makes it yoga asana, is that it's both stable and at ease. He doesn't mention anything about flexibility. He emphasizes stability. So we can approach asana with an eye towards stability. This is stability of attention, stability of breath, stability of movement, even in unstable poses. Nonetheless, honing in on this central point of reference, it rubs off psychologically as well and makes you more at ease within, as he goes on to say, the pairs of opposites, gain and loss within the world. Stability is a cornerstone, classically speaking, of yoga asana practice. And what's more, to get even more specific about a region of the body that we can hone in that makes us more skilled in assimilating or processing adversity is, and this leans more into the metaphysical dimension of yoga practice, Samana Vayu, located within the greater navel region. Said from different systems map it out slightly different, but from the navel to the heart is the one that I'm familiar with in practice. As this is the seat of not only physical digestion and assimilation, but as well as when we work with this region skillfully through twists, prone back bends, Uddiyana Bandha, other practices, we can develop our own psychic capacity for assimilation as well. The skill, the ability to extract wisdom from life experience in all of its many colors. And this is an energy that can be developed preemptively. And finally, I'll leave you with this, another quote from Bhagavad Gita, the words of Sri Krishna, who says that even a little of this practice will shelter you from great sorrow. Even a little of this practice will shelter you from great sorrow. I take refuge and solace in these words. Thank you, Sri Krishna. And thank you, my dear viewer, subscriber, commenter, friend on the path. I wish you peace. Om.